Well, 25th of March, beautiful Sunday morning here. I had the crazy idea of taking the old 730 case out and pushing a little snow. Yeah, we had more snow last night. Plus I still got all the snow that blew in on the 23rd. I haven't moved yet. I suddenly realized that the dozer from that frame on the tractor is right about in the deepest part of that snowbank. So that's not going to happen today. So we'll just do a little walk around on the 730. I know some of you have been curious on this unique dozer frame setup I got here. It's actually a Leon dozer blade. That name will be familiar to anybody from South Saskatchewan, built up at Bank End, Saskatchewan, I think. This one dates to the late 1950s or 60s. Anybody that knows Leon will know they are originally an axle mount for the push bar. I thought I'd try something a little different when I mounted this blade on this tractor here, and I went with the more of a copy of the Degelman style, where the push bar actually hangs from the side frame of the tractor. I suppose I could have made it a little fancier, threw a little paint on it, but basically I just took some scrap iron that I had here, welded it up to fit, welded a little hanger on here. Hydraulic mount is still factory original. The push bar originally on these extended all the way underneath to the back and hooked up to the tractor drawbar. I decided, well, for one thing, this one was way too short for a 730. It was originally mounted on a John Deere AR, a shorter tractor. So rather than lengthen the push bar too much, I decided to do the pushing from the front of the drawbar. So I welded up a little hanger here. Basically, that's just to hold up the weight of the push bar. It doesn't actually do any pushing. The actual force comes right on the back of the push bar. It's impossible to see in this light, but it's pretty strong. I haven't wrecked it yet. I did have to add a little bit here. Again, scrap iron, didn't cost me anything. Welded up with my crude welding skills, which so far haven't broken. Another odd shaped piece of iron that happened to fill the bill that I was looking for. Drilled a few holes here and there where I needed to. Oh, that one's loosened up. But yeah, that basically hangs the weight of your dozer blade up there. Hydraulic hoses run along the platform to the back, plug in. Works very well. So that's pretty much all there is to say about this. It's very heavy steering, manual steering. You hang the weight of a dozer blade on top of that and it gets even heavier. Plus there is a worn out bushing in the bottom of that steering column. Well, the top end too, actually. One of these days I'll get around to replacing that, and that'll probably help the steering situation somewhat. Little bush guard I put on here for when I'm pushing trees or something that might damage the grill. This original grill is still in pretty good shape compared to most originals I've seen. Most of them get beat up and punched full of holes, and people try to weld them and burn bigger holes in them, and so I figured this crude old bush guard here would be a pretty good addition. Also, anybody familiar with the 30 series case diesels knows they ran originally with two 6-volt batteries in series to give you your 12-volt starting, but two batteries, twice as much trouble. So I hooked up a single big diesel 12-volt battery. It's actually out of the Case IH combine. That battery is close to it'll be coming up on 19 years old, I think. It was still working fine when I parked the tractor here back in November. Probably if I try it today it won't even crank, but in any case, this is the important part of the dozer blade. This is the piece you install up front to give an angle on the blade. You can switch it from one side to the other for whichever angle you want to run. That headlight is not tail light. Something I installed. The old original seat. Obviously the rubber torsion deal in there was worn out, and rather than spend money on an expensive piece of genuine case parts, I just set a block of wood in here, and for as much as I use it, it's been fine. Paint's all original. Some places it's missing. Some dents there where some careless operator, no names mentioned, jackknifed the hitch backing up a cultivator more than once. I won't say any more about that. The old original paint is hanging in there pretty good. It's had a little help from some turtle rubbing compound. Original 730 decal is literally worn out. But anyway, we've got our identification plate there. In case anybody forgets, it's a 732 model, built in 1963 according to my information. So that's basically it. He won't be coming out on the job today. One of these days we'll do a cold start video. I know some of you guys just love your cold starts. We'll fill the building up with white smoke and put it to work. But that's it for today. Yeah, looking good.